What's up, y'all? Chef Roach here, bringing you guys a beautiful demonstration of a wonderful meal that you can replicate for your family at home. Very limited ingredients, and it's honestly delicious. So here we go. We're gonna get this started. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and make a meal that's gonna consist of a nice grain, some wonderful vegetables, and then a protein. And in my opinion, that is pretty much the epitome of a meal. You know, growing up, that was what was pretty much always on our dinner plate was, you know, some sort of grain or starch, some sort of protein, and then some sort of vegetable. So I want to bring this to y'all. I want to show you just how easy it is to make this. And what I'm going to make for y'all tonight is a panko crusted and mozzarella chicken with a little bit of sauteed green beans and then some buttery couscous. Okay, so I'm already in the middle of it. I'm already started, but I'm going to break it down. I'm going to catch y'all up. I'm going to show you just what we got going on. Okay, so first thing that I'm doing is I'm getting my pan ready for my couscous. Excuse me. Pan ready for my couscous, and I've got my green beans already cooking, okay? So what I did is I'm using fresh green beans, and these green beans typically take around 12 minutes to get tender, especially when you're doing them fresh. So if I was to make something like Southern style green beans, I may cook these for even like 30 to 40 minutes. But honestly, I'm going to keep these al dente tonight. And so I'm going to saute these for about 10 to 12 minutes. It's going to be the first thing I do because the couscous is going to be really quick and simple. And that's going to take me like 8 minutes, and then it's, you just put a lid on it, it's done. So with the green beans, this is one of those items that all you really can do is grab some fresh green beans from the store, saute them in some olive oil or some butter, salt and pepper, and then let those go. But I like to add a little bit of flavor in there, so I went ahead and started sauteing some onion, and it was just thinly sliced white onion. And then I added in my green beans, and I'm going to add in one more thing because I have it laying around at the house. So I'm going to also add in some sliced tomato. And if you don't have sliced tomato lying around, that's fine. It's just one of those things that, like, if I had garlic laying around, I would. If I had maybe some peppers laying around, I would. Anything goes good with green beans, or you can leave them as is. Add your tomatoes and season. Okay. And then we'll cook these on medium heat for about 10 minutes, okay? All right. Next up is going to be our couscous. So this is couscous. It's actually rice pasta. So if you like rice, if you like pasta, you'll love couscous. And this is Israeli couscous. Really nice. It's a good way to mix it up. If you're kind of stuck on always eating rice, then couscous is a beautiful way to switch it up. And this is just buttery couscous, so you can do this a couple different ways, but I'm going to keep it pretty simple. All I'm going to do is saute this, well, I'm really toasting the couscous for about 2 to 3 minutes in 1 tablespoon of butter. I'm going to season it with salt and pepper. And after that, I'm going to add a little bit of chicken stock. So when you're working with your couscous, really just best advice, follow the directions on the bag. But this is super simple. So this is just a half cup of couscous to 1 tablespoon of butter to 3/4 a cup of chicken stock. Okay? And we'll let that toast. All right. While everything's cooking, we've got a third pan here, and this is going to be for our chicken tonight. So go ahead and get that pan ready. And we'll set a timer for our couscous. Guys, it's about 7 minutes on the couscous. And then we'll come back to it, okay? All right. So I'd love to show you this awesome chicken that we've got going on. So what we're going to do is we've bought some chicken breasts that are a little bit smaller. I didn't want large chicken breasts. I wanted them to be like a little bit flatter. So just look in the store for your thinner chicken breasts. If you can't find them, then you can also like just kind of butterfly it or even just slice it right in half to make it sort of thinner or pound it. But I'm going to do this all in the pan, so I wanted them thin, and I'm going to do a crust on the outside. So it can't be too thick or it'll end up being raw in the middle. So you want to make sure that you have a nice flat. This is about, I'd say, a ½ inch at best in thickness, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to add in some fresh herbs. And, you know, again, I'm just a sucker for fresh herbs. I love using them whenever I can. But you could totally use Italian seasoning for this or whatever seasoning that you like for chicken. I'm going to keep this somewhat on the Italian theme for the most part. I mean, you know, just the flavor profile. So this is some oregano and this is some thyme. So fresh oregano, fresh thyme, no stems. Okay. And I'm using about 2 tablespoons of both. Finally chop this. Okay. We're going to add this to a mixing bowl. Get rid of some of my scraps here. We're going to add in some Panko breadcrumbs, and this is a 1/4 cup of Panko. We're going to add in some mozzarella. So this is just like a creamy melt mozzarella. I guess it has some cream cheese in it, helps it melt better. But you can use whatever shredded mozz that you have at the house. We're going to use salt and pepper. Well, think of this as like just like a breading, a cheesy breading, cheesy herby breading. Touch of olive oil so it sticks. And then I'll mix this up. Okay. I'll go to my chicken breast and I will season. Salt and pepper on both sides. As a matter of fact, for the sake of sanitation, I'm going to do one side and just kind of over season because everything's got some nice seasoning too with the breading. Okay. To help this stick, we're going to add in some sour cream, and the sour cream is going to be like a coating. You could totally use a egg wash and flour type breading here, but I like the creaminess and the acidity that sour cream offers. Take your breading mixture, which is the panko, mozzarella, olive oil, salt, pepper, and fresh herbs, and we're going to press this down. And we're going to do the same thing to the bottom side. Okay. A little bit of our sour cream. And then the rest of our panko mixture. And when you're placing this on, you want to make sure you press it in really nice. Okay? All right. Then we're going to go ahead and sear this. So I already have a pan that's hot. Going to use some vegetable oil. And we're going to go ahead and lay this down. Okay. Get my hands clean here. So right now I've got my couscous going. It's got about, let's say, 3 minutes left. I've got my green beans going as well, and then my chicken is in. Okay. Control our heat. All right, so the goal on these green beans is that we do want a little bit of this char on there. So if you can see, we've got some of that beautiful color. They're starting to get nice and tender. The couscous is currently cooking. It's on a simmer. And I'm going to let that go for another 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'll let it steam. And then I'm over here cooking this chicken. And I'll switch these pans so you can see what's going on. Okay. And we're going to cook this on about medium heat. And I may need to lower it, okay? I've got enough oil to kind of slightly pan fry this. And just try to control that heat. I'm going to look for a nice, deep, rich golden brown on here. Okay. All right, so when you're cooking your chicken, you want to be nice and patient. Don't want to mess with it too much. Again, a medium heat is perfect. Watching this as well. And with this dish, I just feel that these ingredients are pretty accessible. So you have your chicken breast, a little bit of sour cream, some breadcrumbs. You could use the thyme breadcrumbs if you wanted to. A cheese of your choice, and then just some seasoning. And I just happen to have fresh herbs. I'm cooking that in just some oil. And I'll kind of watch it here. You get a nice coating. Okay. And then you have your green beans with a little bit of olive oil, some tomatoes, some nice little onions on there, and salt and pepper, and I think that's beautiful as well. Couscous is finished. We're going to go ahead and just let this rest. And the last thing that we'll do is we'll get a lemon, a little bit zested for our green beans. Matter of fact, I'm going to do those with these leftover herbs. That'll be really nice. So this is like green beans and, this is lemon zest and fresh herbs to go on the green beans. And then what we're gonna do is, I'm a huge fan of like this lemon, just beautiful lemon juice, fresh squeezed on breaded chicken. So you have that crunchy, that acidic, that salty sort of taste, and I think it's amazing. So we'll just take the rest of this lemon and we'll fourth it, cut it into fourths. Okay. And then we'll have this on the side that we can squeeze on top, okay? Go back to our chicken. See how everything's going. Green beans are finished, so this is the final product. Awesome color. Still cooking our chicken. Again, awesome color on that too. Super happy with the way that looks. Okay. And couscous is ready to go. So this is just sort of steaming. You can see it's also ready. And then we're going to finish this off. So we're going to get ready to plate. Okay. The couscous, I like to give it a little bit of a fluff. Taste our green beans, make sure that they're nice and seasoned. Oh yeah, great flavor with the tomato and the onion. And our chicken should be ready to go. It's been cooking for, I'll say right around 8 minutes. Okay. Looks wonderful. Looks wonderful. Here we go. Green beans. We'll start with those. Okay. All right. Tomatoes and onions on top. And we've got our couscous. And notice that I'm letting that chicken rest. Okay. And then we'll take our chicken and we're going to slice it at an angle. And then we're going to plate that right alongside our grain and our vegetable. Finish it off with a lemon wedge. And then this is our dish, y'all. So we have a beautiful panko and mozzarella crusted chicken with a little bit of a buttery couscous and a lemon herb zested sauteed green beans. All right. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys got that demo. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.